Here at Riverside Community College we have 5 to 6 classes in beginning ceramics and a couple of intermediate and 1 advanced class. In the beginning level of ceramics we teach hand building initially, and then we start off on the wheel and do a little bit of both throughout the semester and then get into a little bit of glazing. Today in my advanced class I was demonstrating marbleized clay. We use different colored oxides and carbonates to make basically a porcelain different colors, and then we throw it on the wheel and it gets a spiral motion, which is called marbleizing. So in this whole process it's going to get real muddy, right? So that's when you come back. In the process of making a pot on the wheel, you initially start out with a round ball of clay, and the first process is called centering. In making the round ball of clay, you center it and then you put it on the wheel and you work the material up and down to get it in a more consistency material on the inside. So the next step would be to put a hole in it, or open it up as we call it. After opening, we would widen the bottom on the inside, and then we begin to squeeze the walls upwards, and we would squeeze the walls upwards, which is called raising, until we get the wall thickness we want. And then once it has been raised and thinned out, we would make the form from it and push it out from the inside. And once we're satisfied with the form, we would let it firm up or harden a little bit to what we call a leather hard stage. Turn it over and trim what we call a foot rim into the bottom of the piece. And then we let it dry and get it ready for kiln firing.
I've always liked ceramics. I took it back in high school when I was a teenager and I loved it, and now that my kids are older I'm taking it again. It's very cathartic for me.
Well, working with clay for me has been very rewarding over the last 40 years because I can look back and see all the material things that I made, tangible objects, and where I was at that particular time. They're kind of a record of what we have done, and I think the students get that from it too. They get the accomplishment of learning the skills and executing the skills and having a tangible object.